The First Friday prayers have been held today at one of the world's most recognizable landmarks. The Hagia Sophia in Istanbul was originally built 1,500 years ago as an Orthodox cathedral before it was converted into a mosque. For the last 86 years, the landmark has stood as a museum until recently when Turkey's president ordered it be converted. For more on this, CBS News foreign correspondent Holly Williams joins me now from Istanbul. Hi, Holly. Great to have you with us. So, as I mentioned earlier, the landmark has undergone multiple conversions through the years. What is the driving factor behind it being now returned to a mosque?
Well, the answer to that is really depends on who you ask. If you talk to people here in Turkey who are perhaps more conservative, remember this is a majority Muslim country, people who are more nationalistic, people who are supporters of the president, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, they will tell you that simply this is the right thing to do. This is a just decision. They'll tell you that Hagia Sophia was a mosque for nearly 500 years, that it became a mosque when this city, Istanbul, was conquered by the Muslim Ottoman Empire. And they'll tell you that this decision was handed down by the courts. And if you see the video from today when people were praying inside Hagia Sophia, those people are obviously jubilant at this decision. However, if you ask people on the other side of politics here in Turkey, people who may be personally very devout Muslims, but who want there to be a strict divide between politics and religion in this country, people who say their country geographically sits between the Middle East and Europe and who want Turkey to serve as a kind of bridge between East and West, they are appalled and disgusted by this decision, and they will tell you that it's about politics, that the courts here no longer have any real claim to be acting independently, that this is about President Erdogan shoring up support, perhaps distracting attention from the dire state of the economy, and perhaps also building a legacy for himself both here in Turkey and around the Muslim world. So this is a controversy about one building, but it really speaks to the polarization of Turkey, because this country, like so many other countries around the world, is deeply divided.
As you mentioned, there has been a lot of opposition to this move. Several political and religious leaders around the world have criticized it. The Pope said he was pained by the decision. The U.S. State Department said it was disappointed. UNESCO has even said its World Heritage Committee would now review its status. With so many criticizing the move, is there any chance that this decision might be reviewed?
You know, I don't think so. And I think that the criticism here is coming for many reasons. For Christians, and particularly Orthodox Christians, this is a tragedy because this building is a holy place for people of two different faiths, and now it's becoming a mosque. For political leaders, I think there's something else at play. Remember that modern Turkey was founded really from the ashes of the Ottoman Empire, which was carved up at the end of the First World War. And it was built on these sort of secular ideals. And political leaders in the West are concerned that Turkey is moving away from those ideals. They're concerned about that. Turkey has had an up and down relationship with the West, but it's been a particularly fraught relationship in the last few years. There are also concerns that Turkey is beginning to project its power across the Middle East, for instance, in places like Syria and Libya. And there are even people who accuse the president, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, of harboring what you might call sort of neo-Ottoman dreams of making Turkey once again the preeminent power here in the Middle East. So there's a lot of concern about that, both in some quarters here in Turkey and in the West. So the controversy about Hagia Sophia is about religion, but it's also about politics.
And of course, Holly, on a much more practical level, the mosque is reopening during a global pandemic. What kind of social distancing measures will be in place?
Well, today we saw people praying inside what is now a mosque. People were generally wearing masks, but there wasn't much social distancing in place, and that's not very surprising, really, because it's important to the Muslim faithful to pray close together. The mosques were shut down here during the height of the pandemic here in Turkey, but they've reopened. And for religious reasons, it's important to people to pray close together. And I should say that actually beyond the mosques, beyond Hagia Sophia today, although people here are for the most part wearing wearing masks. There's lots of temperatures being taken, a lot of hand sanitizing going on. Life here has pretty much gone back to normal. The shops are open, the restaurants are open, and tourism season, is going in full swing with tourists arriving from other countries.
All right, Holly Williams in Istanbul, thank you so much.